video in the Hotshot to Head Honcho series. Now, I spent years as a technical professional, and I was frustrated as I watched others moving up the ladder of career success while I was staying put. But the interesting thing is, I learned why they moved up and why I wasn't, and then I learned what I could do about it. And today I'm going to share that information with you. Now, as we get started, I want you to imagine a future where your boss and your boss's boss really hear what you have to say. Now, this is a future where your ideas gain traction. This is a time and a place where your boss and your boss's boss, they want you in the room because you have important insights that they know they need to hear. They get it, and you get it. Now, is this impossible? No, it's actually possible, and today we're going to talk more about how to do that. So, the last time we got together, we talked about how the key to your success, it lies in more than just your technical skill. That the secret to real achievement, it's not only being great at the technical side, but also studying business knowledge and people knowledge. Now, in the next video, we're going to talk about some simple things you can do to really grow that people side of the equation. But in today's video, I'm going to share with you some great ideas about how you can learn more about the business that you're in. Now, it'd be a great time to pause the video and grab a pencil and a piece of paper because I'm going to be coming at you like a fire hose here in just a minute. So, you've spent your time learning technical details, and maybe it's IT or software, maybe it's accounting, or maybe you're a lawyer. It might even be project management. But let's talk about the business of business. Business knowledge matters. The crazy little thing in business is that most of the time, whatever your specialty is, you really don't have to be uber brilliant at it. Most of the time, if you just learn the core of a technical discipline, that's all you need in order to be successful as a business person. I remember working with a guy, and he was brilliant, and he said to me, "Tom, our clients are dumb." I mean, when we talk to them, I'm thinking so many levels over their head, they have no idea. They don't get it. Now, he was right. He did understand the data far better than our clients did. So, what was his problem? Well, his problem was the clients, they just didn't care. See, they had pain in these simple, low-lying, low-hanging fruit areas, and they just didn't care about the deeper nuances of the data. In fact, they were really happy when we did keep it simple. Now, I don't want to disrespect our clients. They were smart. They didn't need to know what we knew about their data. That's why they hired us. They hired us to understand and interpret their data, to know what those nuances meant, and to go from data to information to actionable steps they could take to ease that pain. So why did our company exist? We existed to interpret the data and translate it for our clients. Now, he thought it was about building models of the data and understanding these abstractions and these relationships and these complex models. And at some level, it was helpful for us to have those insights, but realistically, it just didn't matter to our clients. Now, we understood the data, and he understood the data very, very well, but he didn't understand why our clients hired us. And that lack of understanding severely held him back from a career growth in his career growth. So let me ask you, why do your customers hire you? What pain do you solve for them? How about this? Can you name the top 5 customers in your business? How about who are your competitors? How about the top 5 prospects your sales department's trying to really nail? You see, overall success is far more than just technical knowledge. Business knowledge is a critical component. What do you know about your business? Now, some of you are feeling pretty good right now because you've aced the quiz. You know who your customers are. You know who the sales team is trying to land. And more than that, you really get what pain your clients feel and why they come to you for help. That's great. You ready to go deeper? Let's talk for just a minute about your industry. Where did your industry come from? Who are the thought leaders in your industry, the people who are doing really innovative work? Who are the movers and shakers? You know, for a season, I was in the telecom analytics business. And in order for me to do that job well, I had to know more than just telecom analytics. I had to look at the broader telecom industry. What were the trends that were happening? And then I had to know about analytics in that niche. Who was it that was doing really interesting things with things like object-oriented databases and big data? Companies like Netezza, or what was happening with MapReduce or Hadoop. I needed to know also about the business problems my clients were facing. And a lot of times they were the tactical, kind of nipping at your heels problems. What were the things that were painful for them every month, every quarter? I had to dig into those things. Now, today we've only got a short time together, and I want to share with you two areas where you can grow your knowledge and skill in this business knowledge category. So, I've got 7 areas that we want to talk about when it comes to your industry. Area 1, learning about your industry. So how can you learn more about your industry? And I have to say, in general, learning about any industry can be totally overwhelming. But I've got 7 areas that you can look at that are going to help you. First, professional associations. Who are the professional associations in your industry? Now, I'm amazed. There are a zillion associations. There are probably several associations in your industry. Did you know there's an association of associations? Incredible. So you find the association that's in your business, in your industry, and see if you can get involved. They love volunteers. And really, generally joining those things, it's not very expensive. Not only that, your company might even pay your professional fees. So that's area 1. Area 2, conferences. What are the 3 big conferences in your industry and where are they held? Now, have you tried to go? Why can't you? Have you asked to go? Now, some of you are going to say, look, Tom, times are tough, and I can't get sponsorship for that, and I certainly am not going to pay for it myself. Well, on a side note, I really think you should think about investing up to 10% of your annual pay in personal and professional development. But that's not this video. That's an entirely different video. So I'll go with you. Let's say the money just isn't there. Now what do? Are you shafted? No. We've got more areas. How about podcasts in your industry? Or iTunes University? You'd be amazed what's available for free on iTunes. Number 4, who are the bloggers in your industry? How about industries related to yours? Do you read those blogs? Do you comment on those blogs? Number 5, how about LinkedIn groups for your industry or the problem that you solve? Do you belong to them? Most of them are free. How about local meetups? Local professionals like you. Look at Eventbrite or meetup.com. Finally, number 7, who are the influential authors in your industry? What magazines or books are available? So that's 7 ideas about area 1, your industry, that we talked about: conferences, books, podcasts, associations, blogging, and more. Now, let's turn to area 2, learning about your company in particular. So, how can you learn more about your company? Well, first, start with your company website. Now, I know you're thinking, we have the most boring company website, and I'm not going to learn anything from that. But usually, there's a company history, there's some information about who the leaders are and what's important to them. Look at blogs or articles or books that have been written about your company or written about the leaders in your company. On your About page, look at who the management people are. How about the LinkedIn profiles of the people you work for and the people they work for, your boss and your boss's boss? Then look at who's in leadership today around the organization. What stories do they tell about those people? How'd they get promoted into leadership? When you learn that, that's going to help you understand what it is that your company specifically values. Look for things like they delivered a project that was really important, or they got a big sale, or they created a new product. Now, how about your boss? What if you took your boss to lunch and you asked, hey boss, what have you learned about leadership and achievement here at company XYZ? You could ask, what's something you know today that you just wish you knew when you started? Here's another one. Hey boss, what's the next step I can take starting today to grow as a leader here at XYZ company? This one will make you points. What's something on your to-do list that I can take care of? What's an area I can step into and ease up for you? And then, here's a really good one. At the end of your lunch, ask them, who's been a mentor or a role model, maybe an example to you in your career? I would love it if I could learn from them too. Would you please connect me with them so that I can take them to lunch? I'll say it again. Your pay is commensurate with the business value that you add to the organization. When you learn more about the organization, you're going to be equipped to add more value. It's as simple as that. Gaining these insights about your industry, about your company, is going to make you very rare because those technical guys around you, they're not doing it. Those skills are going to allow you to stand out from your coworkers. Your boss will start to see what you have to offer, and so will other bosses, and you might find that you have multiple opportunities to advance. Learning this is the next step in going from Hotshot to Head Honcho. Now, in our next video, we're going to talk more about the people side of the equation. And I also want to encourage you to stay tuned, because in a future video, I'm going to share about a way that you can go even deeper on some of these topics. Now, I'm really excited about sharing this information with you, and I can't wait to hear from you. What I'd like to do is, as you think about these questions about what do you know about your industry and what do you know about your company, I would love to hear from you. Whether you think it's a good idea, maybe you need some help, or you have some frustrations or ideas about it, send me an email, hotshot@brighthillgroup.com, hotshot@brighthillgroup.com. I'm really excited about listening to what you have to say and learning from you, and maybe even helping you find a way to move some things forward. Thanks so much, and I will see you in the next video.